Hello and welcome to The Real Deal. Today we're talking about The Congress, the latest film from acclaimed director Ari Folman. The cast for this one is insane. Robin Wright, John Hamm, Harvey Keitel and Paul Giamatti. Let's check out the trailer.
You were the future Robin. You were Princess Bride. And now I'm in this situation.
What situation are you in, Jeff?
The situation of offering you the last contract that you'll ever have.
Okay, so The Congress, acclaimed director, incredible cast. What is it all about?
Yeah, so Robin Wright actually plays a younger version of herself in this film. She's an actress and her stock has actually fallen. She can't get any more roles basically. So her agent is Harvey Keitel's character, and he sort of really tries to get her to sign this agreement whereby she will be digitized and her alias will be used by the studios in other films, but she can never star in a film again. The other side of that is that she gets well compensated. She's got an ill child, and she gets well compensated so she can take care of her child, but she can never sort of star in the film again.
But she still gets the money, right?
She still gets the money. But
amazing.
Yeah. So that's what it's about. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so it's an interesting concept, The Congress. It sounds good. Is it good?
It's good to a point. Actually, I was really enjoying this film up until maybe the last third of it.
The last act.
The last act, because there's so well. Let's get to the good first of all. The performances are great, really good. Robin Wright is fantastic. Obviously, people know her sort of.
Sean Penn's ex-wife?
No. I was going to say House of Cards, but yeah. To each their own.
Celebritain. Real film news.
So Robin Wright is great. Paul Giamatti, he's only in it for a short time, but he makes such fantastic use of his scenes. It's incredible. So I really love the performances, and the themes, at least for the first half of it, are really good, and I was following it very well and understood what was going on. I mean, there's a whole theme about sort of sacrificing your identity for the business, and that is very interesting. That obviously really relates to the actual business itself as well. So I saw all those themes, I saw all those parallels, and I thought that was very well done.
It sounds, the concept sounds quite complicated. Is it something that most people would understand, the way this kind of all works?
Again, to a point, I think most people will understand. At least the first 2/3 of it, you're getting it. They're not sort of making the themes sort of very heavy-handed, easy, spoon-feeding you. But if you are even semi-paying attention, you should get what they're saying for the first.
Well, that's a good thing. I mean, at least we understand what's going on.
The other thing I will say for the good is that there's a segment which I'm going to talk about more in a little while, where it goes all animated, and the animation is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful, fantastic to look at. So
sounds more and more complicated the more I hear about it. Animation, A-star cast, weird reinvention of Robin Wright of her younger self. I'm so confused right now. Let's go on to what's not so good about this film. Okay, I still am feeling a little bit like I've got a brain freeze going on with this. Why wouldn't it work, this film?
Well, there's so many themes in this film, and the first 2/3 of it, as I say, I was just about following it. The third part of the film completely lost me. It goes, as I say, fully animated, and there's a lot of time jumps, and it's just like an overload of themes.
Is it like science fiction or something?
I wouldn't call it science fiction. There's elements of science fiction, I guess, but I wouldn't call it full-on science fiction. But there's just an overload of themes. I was spending a lot of the time when I was watching it trying to figure out what the director was saying rather than just enjoying the film. That happened in the third part of the film for me, which is really annoying because you want to understand all the themes and connotations, but you want to be enjoying the film as well. And I just felt that it was so ponderous on trying to get you to understand what was going on. You are really, for me, I was trying to figure out what was going on. To be honest, I still need,
hearing you
even
talk about this.
even after mulling over it for a while, I'm still needing someone to explain to me the exact minutiae of what was going on in that final act because.
And that's not what you want, is it?
No. It is. I mean, there's, you gotta admire him to an extent because there's so many themes, and the director seemed fit to really put all of them in there. And I'm sure, with the director to come on this show, you can do if you want, and explain to us sort of what he was trying to do. I'll find what he has to say very interesting.
Yeah.
But at least on the first watch, trying to decipher what he was trying to do, especially in those final scenes, was really, at least I found it, a little bit difficult to do.
Fair enough. Okay, so there are a few good things about this film, namely the cast. There are a few not so good things, mainly the weirdness of the third act.
Yeah.
But for these lovely people at home, is this going to be something that they'll want to watch at the cinema?
Well, in terms of visuals and everything else, definitely. As I said, the animation is beautiful to look at, and there's a lot of really good themes in there. So I would say if you want to see it at the cinema, I wouldn't be. If I want to see it at the cinema, for instance, I wouldn't be too mad that I paid money to go see it. For me, I'm giving it 3 stars, which is a recommendation. I think I'll enjoy it more on the second watch. Because
you get your head around what's going on.
You know what? There's a lot of themes in there. As I said, there's an overload of themes in the final act. But I want to go back and watch it again to understand those themes, and that is a mark of a good film. If you want to go back and sort of see it again to sort of really understand what he's trying to do, because what he's trying to do is interesting, I think that's a sign of a director with ambition. It's a sign of a solid film. So for me, at least on the first watch, it didn't quite execute it as well as I would have liked. But I'm going to give it 3 stars, and I would like to see it again to see what I missed.
You just make a choice, and you feel whatever you want. What do you choose?
So that was The Real Deal on Ari Folman's The Congress. But have you seen it? And if you have, what did you think? Be sure to let us know at The Real Film Show on Twitter. And as always, take a gander at our blog, therealdealonfilm.com. Thanks for watching.